Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to have a look at how darks, flats can affect your final image when you're astrophotographying. Taking pictures of the stars, planets and so on. So there's a little bit of urban myth out there that actually these make no difference to your images at all, and you just take flats and you stack them together to give you your final image. In this video I'm going to have a look at how true that actually is. So I'm going to stack some lights, I'm going to stack them with darks, and then I'm going to stack them with flats, and then I'm going to do a combination of lights with darks and flats, and let's see which image comes out the best. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos that I release and produce, and I will get the iPad out, we'll connect to the asiair, and I'm going to use that for this purpose. I'm not going to use a computer or anything. I'm just going to use the asiair. It's all built into the software. All my darks, flats and lights are all stored on the asiair as well, so we may as well just use the one tool. Let's get cracking. Okay, so the first thing I've done is connected to the asiair, and I'm going to go into the memory card, and I'm going to choose DSO stacking, which is on the bottom right on the new version. I'm going to just clear off these previous settings, and I'm going to go into lights, and I'm going to do add. Now what I want is M31, which is Andromeda, and these are all 300 second images with a UV filter. So I'm going to select all, done, and stack. That's going to stack without using any darks and without using any bias files or flats, and we'll come back when it's finished. Okay, so that's finished stacking. So it's done 43 images. So if we do check, we can see the finished automatically stretched image. It looks okay, but as you can see on the right hand side, we've got purples coming in from the amp glow from the camera. It is cooled, and it's cooled down to -10. And then like down here we've got blobs where there's dust and marks on the lenses or the filters. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to restack the images again, and this time I'm going to add the darks into it to see what a difference that makes. So if I go to back and I go to master darks and I select my 300 second and I do stack, that's going to stack, and again we'll come back when that's finished. Okay, so that's finished stacking now with the master darks that I added. So again, if we check the check button, we can see, and as you can see, that kind of purpley edge has now been removed by the stacking process because I added the darks. However, as you can see down here, we still have these blobs at the bottom and sort of like in these dust clouds around here. They are marks or dust on the lens or filters. I know that because they occur on other images as well of other targets. So okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go back, and this time I'm going to select my UV flats and the matching bias files. Oops. And exactly the same with the darks, and I'm going to click stack. And then again, we'll come back when this one's finished, and hopefully those blobby marks have now been removed. Okay, so that image has now been stacked using both darks, master flats and master bias files. So let's click check and have a look at what's happened. So again, as you can see, the amp glow has been removed, and if I look down here, you can see that the dust and smudge marks have disappeared as well. Okay. If I compare that, if I just go back to imaging, stacked, processed. So this is the version with the darks, the bias and the flats. That is the version with just the darks, and again you can see that these smudge marks are back. And then that is the version with just light, so you've got smudge marks and you have got amp glow as well. Compare that to that one, it's a much cleaner image, lots of detail still in there that can be extracted. So the last test I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same, but I'm going to remove the darks so that we've got lights and flats, and then we've done all combinations. So I'm going to hit stack, and I'll come back to that in a moment when that's finished. Okay, so that one has now finished as well. So that image is light with master flats and bias, but no darks. So if we go and check the image, as you can see, the smudgy blobs have been removed, but we have this light area here from the amp glow. We could trim that image down and crop it out, but generally, if I go back to the actual images themselves, so that's the lights with the flats, that's the lights, flats and darks. So between the two, the sky looks flatter with the darks. It looks like it will be an easier image to stretch with the darks to avoid gradients creeping in. And again, with the flats, I'm removing these smudge marks like that one. So again, it's less processing, it makes it easier to process because I haven't got to try and work around dust and smudges on the image. So overall, I put all the images at the end of the video as well, but overall this is a very quick video to show that darks make a difference to the flatness of the sky, and the removes amp glow, and the flats and bias files do help to remove any images, any smudges or dust spots on the images as well. The last thing that I will very quickly show you is what one of the images looks like with no files attached, no darks or anything. So you can see I've got amp glow going on here, I've got smudge marks all in the middle, I've got trails of satellites at the bottom left and across the middle of it, smudge marks all over, very gradiented background. And again another one, and another. These blobs here stand out quite well on that image. So the amp glows at the bottom, which does kind of stretch. If I show you what the darks look like 300-second darks. I think I've got them on here. If I just whiz down, hopefully I've still got them on the tablet. I have got masters. No, so I haven't got them, but if I show you what a 120 looks like, this is a 120 dark image on its own. This should show you how far across the image the amp glow can reach. It's very slow on Wi-Fi today. So you can see there's a lot of gradient going on there. Probably reaches 2/3, 3/4 across the screen. It's very gradient emitting from that right hand side. So anyway, that's the video. That's what I wanted to show. So I'll put the pictures at the end of this video, and again, just don't forget to like and subscribe the videos and the channel, and clear skies everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Craig from Cheshire Astronomy. Okay, I hope that video was useful and explained to you how lights, darks and flats combined can give you a much better image. Obviously, if you spend more time in Photoshop and applications like that, you can get them even better. This was just a very rough demonstration of how lights can be used with darks and flats to give you a better image. Okay, so imaging is one thing, but how good is your image if it's not correctly focused? That's a topic for my next video. Click the link above and see how I go about autofocusing my telescope remotely to give me those crystal sharp images that we need. Until next time, thank you.